I have no idea why I thought this was a good idea for multiple reasons. The first part is that I'm filming this outside where it is not quiet. The second part is that I decided to bring down my entire TBR cart of all of the books that I've bought during lockdown down the stairs and outside. And that's a threefold argument because now I'm dripping in sweat. Hi, Gabby. I have no idea how I'm gonna get this back up the stairs. And I'm just kind of sitting here regretting all of my past choices, including trimming my bangs this short on accident this morning. So, I don't know, enjoy this video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate and I'm going to give you a lockdown book haul. And I, again, have quite no idea why I thought this was a good idea for multiple reasons. There's no organization here. I think we're all getting that I spent a monstrous amount of money during lockdown when I was not making any money. That's great. But first, I am gonna start with my most recent haul, which is courtesy of the Amazon Buy 3 for 2 sale, which got me. Damn Amazon. I've been trying to buy independent buy from Better World Books, which donates a large amount of its profits and like benefits the world. But I can't turn down a sale like that. The first book that I got is Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. I think it's like a home reno romance between brother's best friend and sister? Maybe not. No, I think I'm mixing it up with another book. But he's flipping houses, they're gonna pretend to date, but it is brother's best friend, so I'm in. Then I got my book club's July book of the month, which is The House on the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I loved Wolf Song and that whole series by TJ Klune. It's my favorite book of the year so far, my favorite series. I don't even know that I could pick one between the three. So I am equal parts very, very nervous and very, very excited for House on the Cerulean Sea. Everything I hear says it's really fun, really queer, and just such a good time. Then I got Wait For You by Jennifer L. Armentrout, writing as Jaylyn. This was my very first new adult book all those years ago, and it still holds a very special place in my heart, so I am so excited to finally have a paper copy of this book, and I'm hoping to get paper copies of the rest of the series soon. It is a college romance. It's just a good story. The next one is The Boyfriend Project by Farah Roken. This one I've been seeing a lot of on Bookstagram, and I am so excited to read this one. I think it's a girl who catches her boyfriend cheating, and with 2 other girls who are also mad that he's cheating, so they all team up, become friends, you know, like girl gang it together, and they make a vow not to, I think they say they're gonna go a year without men, but a man's shows up. Next in the Amazon haul is Obsidian by Jennifer L. Armentrout, the pretty version. I love this series. Damon Black is my childhood soulmate. And I don't even know that that's changed. Him and Katie hold such a special place in my heart. It was my very first ship. And now I own the pretty covers. Or one of the pretty covers. Then I got Serpent and Dove by Shelby Maroon. I don't know anything about, A Witch and a Witch Hunter marry? Fake date? Every time I hear more about this book, I'm more intrigued. And it's got, like, it's such a beautiful spine. Oh my gosh, I'm already in love with this book. I can't wait to read it. Like, I was kind of low-key about it when it came, like, when I bought it. But since then, I've been hearing so much more about it, and I'm ready. Although I've also heard that this book, too, is a little disappointing. So nervous laughter. I got The Merciful Crow by Margaret Owen, which has a beautiful map. Again, I don't really know much about this one other than, like, she is a badass. Oh, she's the future chieftain. Oh, and then they're supposed to collect the crown prince who's supposedly dead, but he faked his death, and so he barters for her protection, and I'm all about this. I'm all about this because it sounds like, and I don't want to compare everything to Throne of Glass, but like Selena and Dorian vibes. And then I got a book that I had no idea what it was about. Really, I read the blurb, but it doesn't really tell you much. It's called The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. And that's pretty much what the blurb is. There's a person in her life that's infiltrating her life and really starting to manipulate her life, and he's not a good guy. I think he turns out to be a vampire. I've heard that it's like vaguely horror-esque, so that's interesting. That'll be very far out of my comfort zone. I also got 3 penny reads in the Amazon haul. The first one I got is The Beauty and the Mustache by Penny Reid, which is the prequel book to the Winston Brothers series, and it's book 4 in the Knitting in the City series. I've read and enjoyed both series. I love Penny Reid. Now I'm just trying to get all her books in paperback because they're so cute. Big fan of that series. Please look up Penny Reid. I adore her. Speaking of the Knitting in the City series, this is book 5. This is book 5. I just read it today. On accident. I'm supposed to be reading Truth Witch, and this is the first time in a while where I've been so drawn to reading a book. I read it at a stoplight, and then I was like, whoa. It's not that long, so, 289 pages, so really good. It's an established relationship romance, several years into their marriage, which I'm always leery of. But it's something that I always end up loving, even though it's something I never want to read. And then I have Truth or Beard, the first book in the Winston Brothers series, which it's cute. I love this series. I can't wait to reread it. These books are actually currently free on Kindle, this whole series, for a very limited time. So read Truth or Beard, read your books. They're so full of community and family and laughter, but they still have themes. It's one of Penny Reid's books that taught me what OCD actually was, instead of, oh my god, you're OCD, like the societal definition. I also bought the tourist attraction, the one that you're seeing all over Bookstagrammer, but it hasn't arrived yet, so that's why it's not here. Moving on. I got an ARC for Dreammaker by Kristen Ashley. This isn't the ARC, I bought a finished copy, but I am really happy that I got an ARC because she's one of my favorite authors. I loved this book so much. It's a follow-up to her Rock Chick series and her Dream Man series. You just have to read a little bit to be familiar with both series before you read this one, I recommend. But basically, Evan Evie is 27. She's a stripper, putting herself through college to become an engineer. She's a certified genius, but she doesn't have her degree because her family keeps pulling her back. And when she's on a blind date with Mag, who's like literally a commando badass guy, her brother puts her in a really shitty position, and romantic suspense, danger, we love it. Another Penny Reid book that was not part of the Amazon thing is Friends Without Benefits. This is the old cover. I do actually really love this book. I got Written in Red by Anne Bishop, which is one of my favorite series ever. Very soft urban fantasy series about nature taking back the earth. So they're not werewolves, they're wolves that can become human. So the main character in this one is a Cassandra song, which means that 1,000 cuts. So when she bleeds, she prophesizes. So she grew up in captivity where she was sliced for business deals, and she runs away, meets Simon. Then I got The Deal by Elle Kennedy, the first book in her off-campus series. I read the spin-off book, The Chase, in her spin-off series. Loved it. I love Elle Kennedy. It's my goal to read all of Elle Kennedy's books this year, as well as Serena Bowen. But I'm focusing on Elle Kennedy first because I love this series. I'm reading The Deal in July. I said it, it's gonna happen, cannot wait. Then I got, and this is from a book outlet haul 2 months ago, My Favorite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren. It's an epistolary romance when a girl catfishes one of her best friends. He doesn't know it, they fall in love. It was meant to be a joke, but it very quickly became anything but. I remember enjoying this one, but I don't remember this one, which is kind of the case for most of Christina Lauren's books for me. But I wanted to reread this because epistolary romance is one of my favorite tropes, and so is a friends to lovers romance. So I bought it. Then we have one of my other favorite books of the year so far. The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez is incredible. It's a friends to lovers romance. Kind of a workplace forced proximity thing because he's always helping her and working out of her home. But they're really good friends. He keeps bringing up dating, but he's also been very vocal about the fact that he wants a huge family, and she is facing a medically necessary procedure that will render her infertile. I actually reviewed this book in a recent vlog. I will tag that in the corner up there, whatever those tags are, and you can check that out if you would like. And the link to my review will be in the drop box down below. Speaking of Abby Jimenez, I also got the Happy Ever After playlist, which is one of the first books on my TBR for July. I'm so excited. It centers around a dog, much like the Friend Zone. But this one, she finds a dog, and it's a musician who's on tour in Australia. He's wanting the dog back and she's refusing. Then I got some novellas from Nalini, Singh, and Ilana Andrews in these anthology collections. Well, this is a novella by Nalini Singh. These are anthologies that have Nalini Singh and or Ilana Andrews in them. And I got Must Love Hellhounds, a Christmas anthology, An Enchanted Season, and then I got Angel's Flight. So I think I've read all of these novellas already. I'm on my quest to read every Nalini Singh and Ilana Andrews book ever because they're my two favorite authors, so now I own them. Oh, speaking of Belle Kennedy, The Chase. I also bought this one during lockdown. I forgot. I read this one. I love this one. I'll link my review down below. Oh, it's a college new adult romance. He's a nerd jock hockey guy, and they're gonna be roommates. They were friends. Now they don't like each other. I bought The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. Sorry. I don't know anything about this one. Magical war, kind of a historical fantasy, I think. I was gonna read it for Myth Take, then I failed Myth Take. Then I got The Flatshare by Beth O'Leary. I read this one, thought it was really weird, thought I didn't like it. Then I realized my face was hurting from smiling so much. So kind of quirky, very odd, but I bought it because I kind of liked it. Full review in the Dropbox down. And then I got Fever Pitch by Heidi Cullinan. I've read books 1 and 3 in the series. They're MM books. I loved them. They're MM college books. They were 2 of my favorite books in 2019, so I'm hoping to get to this one very soon. Speaking of Elle Kennedy, I got Midnight Rescue and Midnight Alias, the first 2 books in her Killer Instinct romantic suspense series. I read Midnight Rescue, review in the Dropbox down below. Thought it was... I didn't love it, which was unexpected for an Elle Kennedy book, but I think it was for a very specific reason that I don't think will be replicated in the rest of her series. It's because of a specific character trait scenario that happened, so I'm still expecting to love the rest of these books. I finally read a Sarah McLean book in 9 Rules to Break, When Romancing a Rake. This was recommended so much by Suzanne at Under the Covers book blog. Follow her on Bookstagrammer. She's awesome. I read it. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. It seemed very... It didn't seem all that different to me, even while I really enjoyed it. It was also not an outstanding standout for me, which was a little bit disappointing, but I mean, it was a perfectly good book. It was just a little bit hyped. And then I also read The Wallflower Wager by Tessa Dare in early April. Purchased this one for the Owls Readathon. Thought it was so fun. Literally, the heroine has a menagerie because she takes in animals. There's an otter, there's a goat, she has a couple of disabled dogs and a litter of cats, there's a parrot, and so many others. I read this a couple months ago. I can't remember them all, but review down below. Then I bought The Bone Witch by Rin Chapiko. I have this poster in my room. I've had it in my room since when this came out. I've had the poster in my room since at least freshman year when I visited it wasn't a convention, but it was like a book get-together, and I got it for free. Now I need to actually read it. I received The Last of the Fire Drakes free from a giveaway. Yay! I don't know if it involves dragons, but it does involve a human getting pulled into the magical world unwittingly, i.e. she was kidnapped. That's a trope I always love. Hi, Gabby. Speaking of rediscovering authors that I apparently love, K.A. Tucker. I read 2 of her books this year. used to read a lot more of her books, used to really love her. Don't know why I stopped reading her books. I don't think I actively did. So I bought 2 more. Yay, Becoming Rain and 5 Ways to Fall, which I think this one's a college-ish romance. This one I don't know anything about. I read the first book years ago. And then I have Onyx by Jennifer L. Armentrout that I also purchased, but it's the ugly cover, so I'm not too pleased because it was supposed to be the pretty cover. But alas, we do with what we can. Also received Gabby. I'm trying to work here. I received The Royal We by Heather Cox and Jessica Morgan from Hatchet, I believe. So I need to read this one in July. I've seen some good things about this one actually, so kind of excited. The cover's not appealing to me. It looks like women's fiction, which I don't really like, but I've seen some really good things, that it's funny, so we'll do it. All right. Ooh, fireworks. You're okay. You're okay. Yeah, you're okay. This is Gabby. I bought the first 4 books in the Devil's Isle series by Chloe Neal. I guess I should put the first book in front. The first book is The Veil. I think the main character is like a sensitive. Stop licking my feet! Heroine is like a sensitive, but they live in a world where you're punished if you're different, i.e. magical. So she meets a hero who's gonna teach her how to use her spidey senses and help people. So she's gonna like solve magical crimes because I think he's a PI. I am really excited to read this one, so I hope that I can do that soon. It's not looking like July is gonna be that time, but someday. Speaking of Chloe Neal, I bought the first 5 books in the Chicagoland Vampire series from Book Outlet, and I'm really mad that the one is short, but whatever. I don't know much about this one other than Chicagoland Vampires is one of those urban fantasy series that people love and I haven't read, so I'm gonna catch up. Someday I'll put a rainbow. I bought books 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 in the Mercy Thompson series by Patricia Briggs. This is a very all-encompassing urban fantasy series, so it's not just werewolves and vampires, although both are present. It follows Mercy, a coyote shifter who lives next door to the local werewolf Alpha, and works with a fae. One of her friends is a vampire, you know, lots of stuff going on. There's a lot of legends. I really enjoyed the series. I need to get caught up. I also got 2 books from Ilana Andrews, Fate's Edge and Bayou Moon, books 2 and 3, reverse that order, books 3 and 2 in the Edge series, which I love. I got Love Hard by Nalini Singh, which released, I want to say in March. This came right before lockdown started, but I'm counting it. I love Nalini Singh. She's one of my favorite authors ever. So she writes amazing urban fantasy paranormal books, but her contemporaries are also very good. So this is a single dad romance. Second chance romance, kind of. Childhood friends. Then I got Scorched by Jennifer L. Armentrout, the second book to Frigid, which I really like Frigid. I've never read Scorched. It was $2, I thought I'd get it. From Book Outlet, I got Fight or Flight by Samantha Young. They meet on a plane, they hook up, and then he is somehow in her town for longer than he thought, so he knocks on her door and is like, hey, let's hang while I'm here. Book of the month gave me The Beach Read by Emily Henry and Well Met by Jen DeLuca. I really want to read The Beach Read in July, so hopefully I will be getting to that one soon. Well Met, I also want to read, but it's not on my immediate TBR. Speaking of Ilana Andrews, I bought the 10th book in the Kate Daniels series, which for some reason I didn't own. I got this from Book Outlet, so yay, I'm glad I own it now. I'm rereading the Kate Daniels series slowly over the course of the year. I have Seasons of the Storm by El Casamando. So this is the original cover, and then this is the recovered version from the Bookish box with the dust jacket, and I really love the recovered version, but I also really love the original, so I'm struggling here. Next, I bought City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, hope I said that right, and then Kingdom of Copper. I got these from Book Depository because City of Brass was my May book of the month for my book club, and I didn't get to it. Dude, these fireworks are chief. I didn't think about this when I decided to film outside. My favorite purchase, and then possibly my favorite purchase of the month. I'm gonna give you 2 seconds to guess it. The Wolf Song series by TJ Klune. I mentioned that I'm reading Cerulean Sea in July and that these were my favorite books of the year so far, and here they are. They're also really, really heavy. This is like weights. I love them so much. I might reread them, like now. Shit, I said I wasn't going to. This is my lockdown book haul. I can say that most of these books were from Book Outlet or Better World Books. Better World Books is basically like the adult version of Book Outlet, where they have a lot more adult books available for like $2, $3, $4 a piece. Sometimes like $1.50. I think I got some of these, so that explains a little bit of it, but yeah, the rest I don't have an excuse for, so. So how many books is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 65 books! That's stupid. That's so stupid. I used to look at those videos on BookTuber and be like, wow, you spent a lot of money. That's impractical. And then I blew that in 3.5 months. Oh my god. I'm so speechless. Well, okay. At least 6 of these were free. Several were very discounted. Oh my god. I think this is normally like my yearly book. Okay, I'm on a buying ban. I have another package coming. I can't. No. I carried this thing down the stairs and I did not think it was that much. I'm quite frankly blown away. It's not a surprise that I have to buy another bookshelf now, so that's more money, and I have to go. Bye. See you later. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, I guess. Oh my god.